I'll be back.
Are you telling me that you built a time machine out of a DeLorean?
Oh, Blue Justin here, still Justin, been a bit blue, but here I am, and it's time to start doing videos again. So, yeah, this one, as you might have noticed from the title, bit of a problem in the sense that this is the Christmas and seasonal video for the end of last year, which one might think is a problem, because that was quite a time ago. But as we all know, as film and TV fans, time travel is not the problem that it is for some people. So, let's travel back to the end of 2025, beginning of 2026. Well, and here we are. Right, time to get into a disguise in case somebody turns up. End of 2025, beginning of 2026, right? And disguise. And in all of the tomfoolery, and let's get on with the haul from Christmas time 2025. First up is the first gift that I got from my wife. We put a limit on what we were spending because Christmas is an expensive time as it is. So I just gave a very big hint that this was the one I wanted just in case it sold out. I'm not sure whether it did or not, but I didn't want to take any risks because I really, really wanted it. And it's much better than the US version because it's Arrow. And that's the Arrow City on Fire. This is Chow Yun-fat, probably my favourite Asian action hero, along with John Woo as the directing. So I had to get this one, and I cannot wait for the other Arrow releases to come out, which they are doing very, very soon. I'm sure everybody who's interested has them all on pre-order and standing by for action already. But Killer, for example, is probably it's in my top 3 films of all time. So, and the US release is significantly in that it's Scream Factory who bought the rights and have now sublet the rights to Arrow. Scream Factory's version doesn't have half the extras, and I don't think it has the some of the audio options, and the video isn't as well treated, etc. for the whole output of all of the John Woo stuff, which is quite love. And anyway, enough of that. On to the second thing my wife gave me. She actually just picked it off the list, and it happened to be, if I had a choice of which one she would pick me, it would have been this one. So I was really, really happy to receive the yes, that season's over. Oh no, we've decided to bring it back for a special. Winona Earp, Vengeance. That's her and the demon killing gun. I've got the whole series on Blu-ray, but I'm glad I haven't gone through and watched them all and then suddenly had to go back to it or anything. But so I've got this one now to watch on the end of it. So next up, what did I get for my wife as part of her gifts? I didn't just obviously give physical media, and I'm just concentrating on the physical media for this video. First up, don't tell anybody. Yeah, sorry, Netflix, put them out on physical and I'll buy them. But my wife loves the Thursday Murder Club book, and this was the only way to get it, the adaptation that Netflix did on disc. So yeah, it's let's say it's got quite a lot of Chinese writing on the back, and leave it at that. I have heard that it's not a brilliant adaptation, but with Helen Mirren, Pierce Brosnan, Ben Kingsley and Celia Imrie, I can't imagine it being utter tosh, especially as it's based on such a popular and good book by Richard. So anyway, I'm not sure how this one got the cover. I'm just going to wipe that off. Next up, we've been to see this at cinema and we both loved it as the same as we did the series on TV, one of the round-off films, and that is Downton Abbey, the grand finale. We don't often get to the cinema, but we both wanted to see this one. So yeah, obviously 4K. Yeah, such a superb ending to a superb series, and I'm glad they properly wrapped it up. I mean, they could have ended it wrapped up at the end of the previous film, to be honest, but they did tidy up a couple of very, very small points, and it was very well done. Next up, we're on to I received some gift cards to do with As I Wished, and surprisingly, As I Wished was buying some physical media. So I'm not in. Yes. So first up, I got a good price on the Amateur. This is just the Blu-ray. I can't remember if there was a 4K, but this was a very reasonable price. Spy thriller with Rami Malek and Lawrence Fishburne. So yeah, I heard good things about it, so looking forward to giving this a watch. And it's got some extra features, not bad. A featurette, another featurette, a couple of other features, the score, and 5 deleted scenes. It hasn't got Atmos, but then again, I don't have an Atmos sound system. I do like them in Atmos for when I do, he says, hopefully. Being as it's Blu-ray, though, they've downloaded it to DTS HD Master Audio 7.1, which is still more speakers than I've got. But yep, it is one of my moans that you will hear me make on here again and again, that it's a Blu-ray, so they won't put Atmos on it, though they're perfectly capable of putting Atmos on Blu-ray. They like to leave it for the 4Ks to force people to get the 4Ks, even if they don't have 4Ks. This one, I'm not entirely sure. My aunt would sort of like think, oh yes, that's the sort of thing I gave him a gift card for, but I know some people would approve, and it looked like a lot of fun to me. And that's Psycho Gorman. Yeah, it's not totally over the top. It's children unwittingly resurrect an ancient alien overlord entombed on Earth millions of years ago after attempting to destroy the universe. They nickname him Psycho Gorman, PG for short, and use the magical amulet they discovered to force him to obey their childish whims. And it's not long before it draws the attention of intergalactic friends and foes from across the cosmos into a rogues gallery of alien combatants converging on a small town in suburbia to battle for the fate of the galaxy. It just sounds like a lot of fun. And okay, so it's got strong bloody violence, gore, injury detail, but that's I do love the fact that they, despite all that, they call it a heartwarming and heart-ripping family classic. That's a horror magazine, yes. And that's a Shudder exclusive. So, yeah, very happy to have picked that one up. Again, obviously, by this stage, it was a very reasonable price. That was the total that giving and receiving. But also around this time, there's an arrival from Stackry, my importer from the US. I basically I buy you see my previous video, it was my last video count, on I buy US products, have them sent to my US address, and they consolidate them all to save me on all the packaging, posting and whatnot. And also a lot of the items are cheaper over there to start with, and or not available over here at all. And you'll be seeing a lot more of that in my future videos. But in this particular case, started off with a bit of an unlucky one, I think. I picked up Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse. This one fooled me by having a cover that was, this was brand new out in the US, and what I didn't realise that it was the US one was changing from a Blu-ray DVD combo, which is what they had to be stuck with until now, to the Blu-ray and digital code one, this one. Whereas in actual fact I could have got a UK one of this. Well, I think this cover, there was just the Blu-ray, so practically the same disc amount. I needn't have gone for the import on that one. Sometimes mistakes happen, you know. I can't say I'm perfect at spotting all these things, and I've done it more than once, which you'll discover again in future videos, that I've ordered something from the US because it's unique to the US, and then just as it's released in the US and therefore I can't cancel it, they also announce that I can pre-order it here in the UK with an almost identical set of specs. But that can't be helped. I know it was, and I still have to wait until, of course, my consolidation from my US address is ready. So sometimes I could have got it quicker in the UK if I'd waited. But that's the way life goes. This one, to be perfectly honest, I cannot remember at all. If I think this is a US only, which is why I picked it up. Cyclops, sorry, I should show you rather than look at it myself. Pinnacle of the Roman Empire, mighty gladiators, lusty women, ferocious one-eyed monster, slaughters those foolish enough to enter his domain. Tiberius the emperor sorted out. The rise of Cyclops, the fall of Rome. Looks very, very silly. Well, for starters, it's got Eric Roberts in, so that's always a usual sign that it probably will be. It's only 94 minutes, so I can knock it out quite quickly. It's a nice little Blu-ray. It filled up a gap. Back at the end of last year, I didn't have Amazon Prime, so when I was ordering items from Amazon US, unless I ordered a certain amount, then I used to get stung for a huge amount of postage internally in America to send to my American address, which made the whole thing pointless. So I had to make sure I had a certain number of items, or certain, I think it's $35 worth to avoid postage inside the US from Amazon. Since then I've actually gone Prime by the month, so I can cut it off if I need to. But that's saved me a lot of money. But this one was like a filler, but it was a filler that was very, very useful, and one I did want. I don't just put them in fillers, obviously, because I just, for no good reason. But this one I think was quite fun as well. This was a bit silly. This one is called Defective rather than Detective. It's obviously a pun. They were supposed to be preservers of the peace. Set sometime in the near future. It's always a good one. Tenacious new corporation has implemented the first police state in America. Well, second by now, I imagine. Uniformed or autonomous preservers of peace. Investigate, judge and sentence people for even the smallest of crimes. Okay, so, well, robot policeman going wild. It's apparently it's not too bad. And again, how long was this one? Yeah, 102 minutes, and easy sounds and easy watch. The brain off. Now go to one that's I did quite want, though it's a little bit away from what I have normally had in the past. I got into more of the sort of thing last October when I was doing my horror month. This is the in one little package, the Lust of the Dead trilogy. So yeah, we got Lust of the Dead 2 and 3 on the back, and yes, all lots of nuclear attack. Tokyo's entire female population is under siege and attacked by lustful hordes of hungry and horny male zombies. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So yes, it's that sort of malark, but they got swords, they got guns and stuff. I'm sure they can cope. The Trash Terror trilogy. In actual fact, it's from the director of Vampire Girl versus Frankenstein Girl. So I mean, if that's a positive thing, I think I've got that one actually. So yeah, it's an intentionally tasteless, over-the-top Walking Dead parody that goes where no other zombie movie would ever dare. 3 complete movies. Yeah, so yeah, that was all good fun. So yeah, I think that was only Japanese with English subs, but not that bothers me. But so yeah, all in one slim packaging, 3 films. So that'll be all ready for my next watch. This one, next one is an update. I have got a steelbook Blu-ray of this, but when I saw America had a 4K, and I don't believe the UK have even heard of a 4K of this coming, and it's a good fun film. It's daft and I love it. So if anybody remembers the Killer CD of Death, you'll know what's coming, and that's the 4K of Dark Angel. Absolutely, not the series Dark Angel, which is actually quite clever, but she's never been released on anything except DVD. This is the 4K collector's edition with Dolph Lundgren, and against the alien who comes to Earth and causes all sorts of havoc, draining people of, well, watch it and see. It's an all new 4K scan. It looks like it's got some interviews, special effects, makeup, more interviews, trailers, image gallery. It's well presented, Dolby Vision. Sadly only DTS HD Master Audio 5.1 again, but it's just such a fun film, and I like it. And I wanted the 4K, which is only available in the US, and thought this was a really good way to get it to myself. So there I did. Almost at the end. Not too long now. And you got my first of 2 steelbooks. It's another horror one, but this one was very highly regarded. I think this is this steelbook is, or certainly was, only available in the US. I don't know if we've got one more recently actually on this one. This is the Late Night with the Devil steelbook, the live late night host show, talk show type thing, where the occult gets involved and he plans for a Halloween special, and it's all about to unleash real evil. And I've heard very good things about the movie, and cannot wait to give it a watch. So yeah, that's my 4K steelbook for Late Night with the Devil. And finally, I'm very confident this is the only place you can get this steelbook in the US. And I know Hannah from Hordes of Horror will like this one. This one is something I haven't seen before. but I will now. Steelbook for 4K Killer Clowns from Outer Space, 35th anniversary limited edition steelbook. Lovely, lovely shiny. So yeah, new 4K scan, HD restoration, audio commentary, making of, deleted scenes, bloopers, earliest films of the Chiodo brothers, and some Easter eggs. So absolutely fantastic. So we have gone back to the Christmas time approximately of the end of 2025 and the beginning of 2026, and that was what I picked up around about then for, as I said, that initial Stackry import from the US, and Christmas gifts either way that got added to my collection. Coming up soon will be future Stackry imports, because I want to do them, because a lot of those are items that you might not have seen because they're US only releases, because obviously I tend to only buy the US only releases, because otherwise I could have got them cheaper in the UK, so then wouldn't that be a bit silly thing to do to import them? And so I'll be doing future videos of those for anime. People who are interested in anime, I've got the my anime purchases around about the Christmas time, which is concentrating on how cheap you can actually get that hugely expensive anime that normally you see on the shelf and you go, I might be potentially interested in trying a bit of anime, but it's ridiculously expensive. I'm not paying out for something I'm not sure of. So watch out for that one if you're at all interested. Well, in fact, even if you're not, please watch. But give that one a watch, because that's got full of tips and information on how I got an average of, I think it was 73 or 74% off recommended retail prices, and certainly more than 30 to 40% off even the best Amazon prices and elsewhere, that sort of thing. So for now, I shall be returning to the future any moment, and until next time,